Welcome everyone to the first episode of the EO podcast, looking into member countries or countries in Africa. Today we're in Morocco, and I'm very excited to have a very special guest today, which is Imane Rmili. Is that pronounced correctly?
Yes, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Kate. And I'm very excited to have Imane Hoyt on the call today because she has a very interesting story. She runs a restaurant, and I'm going to ask you to pronounce the name because I don't feel that comfortable with my French. What is the name of the restaurant?
Rôtisserie de la Paix.
Rôtisserie de la Paix.
The restaurant is Rôtisserie de la Paix and the Dar Jaffa.
Fantastic. Tell us about yourself, about the restaurant. How did you get into business? I understand it is a family restaurant that has been around for a very long time.
Yes. So first of all, I did my studies in French. I have a master's degree in finance, and then I came back in Morocco. I opened a spa because I like the beauty, etc. And I work as well as with my father in the events. So when he passed away 2.5 years ago, I naturally take his heritage, his restaurants with my 3 sisters. So we are 4 sisters. Yes, we are 4 sisters, and it was really important for us to honor his memory and to do something good with what he let us.
So you're running the restaurant together with your 3 sisters?
Yes.
That's nice. That's cool. So without going on a tangent here, what is it like to work with 3 sisters? Oh, with like
It's very nice because one of my sisters is architect, the other one is expert in finance, the other one is in communication. So we work really very good together. It's really nice to work with them. We complete each other.
Yeah. So you're all 4 of you are full-time in the restaurant, or?
No. I'm in the restaurant for full-time, yes.
Okay, but the other sort of like support and to chip in when help is needed.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. It's always been my dream to work with my siblings because I think it's the most trusted work relationship you can have.
Of course.
So your father started the restaurant in 1949, I think?
It was my grandfather.
Your grandfather, okay.
Yes, my grandfather in 1949. It was one of the first restaurants here in Marrakesh. So everyone knows Rôtisserie de la Paix. The real Marrakchi know Rôtisserie de la Paix. And then my father took it back, and then you know the rest of the story.
When did you take the restaurant over?
Really, 2.5 years.
Okay, so before you helped a little or you were involved, but your father still called the shots.
I was involved on the event when he have a event. I like that, so I work with him when he have a big events. I work with him a lot.
Okay, so was that a big challenge or a big change for you to suddenly lead the restaurant where you hadn't really worked in before?
No, it was a challenge, of course, but I always wanted to do it. I know that I will do it one day, and I prepare myself to do it, not with this sad conditions, but I prepare myself to do it. I love what I do, so it's a passion also.
Okay, and tell us a little about the food that you serve. What is the kind of what makes the restaurant special?
We serve Mediterranean food, and a lot of salad because it's a big garden. It's 2,000 meters of garden in the heart of the city. It's very rare to have this, yes. And we keep it like this. We want to keep this. We don't want to have buildings there. We want to keep this restaurant there. It's very important for our heart. And we work with young people, with young chefs. We try to have a garden food, as I said, a light food, a garden food. It's called Rôtisserie de la Paix, so it's chicken, it's roasted chicken, it's meat, but we have also vegan food.
So you grow your own vegetables next to the restaurant?
Not yet, but I have a farm. It will be the next step.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Nice. Okay. So you took over your father's restaurant. It was clear that you're going to be the next generation taking over the restaurant.
Yeah.
So you were mentally prepared. And then when the day came, you knew what to do. I mean, what is it like to do business in Morocco? What can you share on that?
You have, as I say, you have two things here in Morocco. You have two ways to do business. As a woman, you can hide or you can shine. So I decided to shine. I work a lot. Nobody give me anything. So I work, I do my job, and I think I succeed in some points. If I don't succeed, I don't mind. I do it again. The hardest thing was to be the first woman president of a federation in Morocco in 2023. That was a big challenge.
Tell me about that. What organization and how did that happen?
First of all, it was in COVID. I saw that the restaurants were struggling here in Marrakesh. So I decided to recreate the association of restaurants. So I gathered the restaurant together. Then when they decided to make me the president of association to defend the restaurants here in Marrakesh, and then the other association of Morocco contacted me and wanted me to create the federation and to be the president of the federation to help them to defend their interests. So I was very honored about that, and I did my best, I think.
So you actually started the organization by bringing people together.
The federation is a new federation. The association it exists, but it wasn't active. But the federation it's a new one. Now, as I said,
You started the federation?
Yeah, I started the federation, and I was really, it was really not nice. I didn't expect that I will be the first woman in 2023 to be the president of a federation. It's it's not nice.
What is it? I mean, what do you experience? Sort of, what can our listeners imagine this to be like as a woman to lead this? Or what are typical challenges that you think you have because you are a woman?
The challenges is I have to work really hard. I think harder than a man, and I was needed to have respect. You know, and it's nothing I think for you, but it's really important for me. I want to wear wherever I want, to wear wherever I want. I want to be feminine, even in a masculine world. I need to be feminine. I don't want to be masculine to be accepted. So I just want to work and to be accepted by my ideas and my work. That's all.
So you want to be who you are?
Yes.
Are there certain expectations? Because you said you want to be who you are,
Yeah.
you want to dress like you are as a woman, you want to be feminine.
Yeah.
Is there an expectation that if you do business, you have to be masculine and you have to dress in a certain way? Is that a thing that you experience?
I think that in general, women because tourism is a masculine word, so women hide a little. I don't think it's the solution. I don't want to hide. I want to be as I like, and I want to be recognized by my work, not by my dress or something else.
Absolutely. And that's interesting. You're saying that tourism is a male industry, because I remember from my days in Berlin, it was sort of an industry where it was equal, I would say. We had a lot of women doing sales, marketing, organizing events. So it's interesting how that is different in Morocco. And as a woman doing business in Morocco, what kind of networks do you have? I mean, you know the president, the vice president of these two organizations. But outside of that, do you have networks? I mean, do you have other female entrepreneurs that you connect with? How do you connect and exchange ideas with other like-minded people?
I have a lot of network because my father had a lot of network, so I keep his network, and I did a new network with the, it's with the Instagram, LinkedIn. I developed my network with that, and also my sister is in the parliament here in Morocco. It's new for her also, and she helped me a lot.
Okay. I can see that there's change coming from your family. That's
Yeah.
You mentioned, I'm jumping around a little, but you also mentioned your father with his engagement in Mali. You're the honorary consul for Mali. I think there's sort of a pattern of your family being very busy and engaged. Tell me more about Mali and how you got to do that role as the honorary consul.
So I wanted it so badly because my father, my father was very attached to this country. As I told you, he take some surgeon from here from Morocco, and they do the first heart surgery for a child in Mali. And the ambassador of Mali was the first man that came to my house when my father died, and it means for me so lot. And I wanted to pursue this. I wanted to help as I can, and that's all. That's it.
So you're continuing the legacy of your father in a
Yes,
certain way by
yes.
stepping
I
into
honor
this.
him
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
He lives like that.
Hmm.
Always be.
Lives for you. Okay, that's fascinating. So are you going to Mali once in a while to continue his work or?
For now, not because the situation is not good.
Hmm.
But inshallah, in the
Once the
future.
situation
Yes.
improves.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Another thing that you mentioned, and maybe we can talk about the future. Now we've spoken about the past, but the future. You took over the restaurant 2.5, 3 years ago, and you're now opening a new chapter by opening a second restaurant,
Yes.
which I imagine might also have been an interesting experience coming
Yes.
back to what you said before with a woman. So it's not only that you sort of take over what already existed, but you create something new. Can you talk us through the experience of creating something new and what you've learned? I mean, what are things you see or you saw that you didn't know before?
I think that I don't have to create something new. It's already exists, but we lost it. We kind of lost it. We kind of lost the real Moroccan food. So I want to show the new generation what they lost. I want the real Moroccan food. I want to explain to them the content. When we do couscous, there is a content of couscous. It have all stories. I want to explain them all these stories of the real Moroccan food. We kind of lost it, and I don't like this. I don't like that. I like fusion food. I like new food. It's okay for me, but we have tradition that we need to keep.
So the restaurant is specializing on serving authentic, real, traditional Moroccan food.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that is something that has been lost because there's sort of all these new food styles that have become more fashionable. So the restaurant, you said it's opening in September?
September.
September. Okay. One side is the food and sort of having a vision for the menu. How did you go about staffing, organizing all of these things? Is it sort of connected to the existing restaurant, or is it sort of a completely independent operation with your staff and operations?
How can I find the staff? You mean the new staff?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, we have.
for example.
Yeah. We have a lot of schools here in Morocco. So you have UMCSP of Benguer, which is one of the best hospitality school here in Morocco. So we work a lot with schools, and then we do, of course, we do formation for our projects.
So you work with new talent, basically. You go to the schools and get fresh people.
Yes, but not for the food. I have a chef that work a lot with my father, and she did a lot of real Moroccan food, and I want badly to work with her.
And it's a she. Isn't that unusual to have a chef, a female chef?
You find female chefs, not lots, but yes, yes.
That is one of these puzzling things.
Yes.
Women are sort of like associated with cooking at home, but when it comes to the professional realm in a restaurant, it's sort of majority, I would say, is male. And
Yeah.
it feels like a very rough atmosphere in a lot of kitchens. So that's interesting that you have a female chef.
Yes. They have something special in their hands when they cook.
Woman.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So are you putting some emphasis on finding female talent for the new restaurant, or does it happen just because you are a woman and you might be a more attractive employer to other women? Is there sort of a tendency, or you try to be neutral?
I think in tourism industry, it's hard for women even to work in restaurants for the late hours, etc. And to work with a lot of women of men, it's really hard. We try to change that. I hope so.
So it's hard because the pay is not equal. Is that what you meant? That
Yes.
women get paid less? Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but not in my restaurants.
Yeah, I can
Not in
imagine
my
you have
restaurants.
equal pay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but in general, other restaurants, other hospitality companies, they pay less to women than they would pay to males.
Less, and it's hard. It's hard. When you work late at night, women sometimes have children. I have a child, so I know that. So I think it's hard also.
Mm. But you try to accommodate that and to be supportive to women who have children
Yes,
and to work
of course,
in your restaurant.
of course,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah, coming back to the legacy that you have as a business, what are things that your father taught you about running a company? Because my hypothesis is you can learn, I don't know, if you go to the business school, they teach you more about running a corporate or being a cog on a wheel of a corporate. But when it comes to running your own business, being an entrepreneur, that is something you usually do not learn at a business school, but it's something you probably learn from your dad. So what are things that your father taught you about business that you're glad you know? Oh, yeah.
What he taught me is, first of all, when I had my internship, I did my internship in the restaurant and I get paid. I did all. I work with him a lot. I was with him a lot. I saw him every day. So I think it was the real school for me.
So he let you do everything and he taught you hands-on by allowing you to do everything.
I began in how can I say? He gave me the internship work at the beginning, and then he learned me.
So you did not get a preferential treatment because you're
No.
the daughters. You had to work your way up from the bottom.
Yes, not at all, not at all.
Okay, so what was the first role like then for you in the kitchen as a helper or?
I work in the kitchen. I do coffees. I do everything that an intern do in works in businesses.
Okay, so if you know every aspect of the restaurant, every role you've filled yourself.
That was the real school.
In terms of leadership, leading a team, are there things that your father taught you? How many employees do you have?
I have about 50 employees.
50
Because
employees, okay.
yes, and they have another business, so a little more.
What are leadership things your father taught you? Leading 50 people is a big deal. I think that is the hardest thing about business, is leading people and sort of making them work together.
Yes, I think he and my father work differently this kind of leadership. We don't work in the same way. I had to find my same way to be a leader. I'm more comment dire psychologique. But I think it's nice also. We have different way to do business, but both works.
Yeah. So how was your father, to dive a little bit deeper into this? What was his style, and what was your style? Or what is your style?
I think he was more hard.
Mm.
My style is totally different. Now, with after COVID, the everything changed. So I work with a lot of softwares. I saw all the all the lines of finance. I study everything. So I think I run the business differently, and it helped me a lot. And for the people who work with me, they don't work for me, they work with me, because I want that style of it's a family style. Of course they have to do their work as I have to do mine. So
Mm.
so I like this kind of business.
So you made a fine distinction between working for somebody and working with somebody. I like
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
yeah. Cool. And is that a big change in style that you introduced, taking the business over from your father, or was it already sort of, was he different in that way?
It was different, but it was different with the, you mean with the old employees, or?
Yeah, I mean, did you have a big changeover with COVID and had to sort of hire a lot of new stuff? Yeah.
Yes, of course. I kept all the old employees, and I had new, because the restaurant is improving, and no, it's all good. They like
Mm.
the style. They work hard, and they do their job. If they
Yeah.
don't,
No, I can.
it's like
I'm not
me.
gonna
If I
lie.
don't my job, I'm not good. I say that I'm not good. If they don't do their job,
Mm.
they're not good. That's all. That's all.
So you try to find like the sweet spot for every team member, what
Yes,
they are really good at, and
of
sort of
course.
where they have their full
Yes,
potential.
yes.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
important.
Any secret tips how you do this? How do you see people's talents? Do you sort of switch them around in different positions in the restaurant, or do you sort of tweak the
Uh,
roles?
I just I speak with people. I speak a lot, and I observe a lot.
So you are a silent observer,
Yes.
watching people behave, and then based on
Yeah.
what you see, you assign them or change the role slightly
Yes.
to make it fit better. Okay. Yeah. Well, your restaurant sounds like a place I want to work at.
Come on, you can come in here in Morocco.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna check out the restaurant once I get back to Morocco. It's been a while since I was there like 10 years ago in Marrakesh.
Whoa,
But yeah,
changed a lot.
so I was very excited to now come and to get it when it became clear that I won't make it. Yeah. And last question, we touched on it. COVID brought changes. How did COVID impact your business, and how did you deal with that?
It impacts all Marrakesh, all the city, because the city of Marrakesh work only with, I think, 70 to 80% with the tourism. So it's impact all the city. It was very, 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 very hard time for everyone.
So you had to close down, I guess,
Yes, of
for
course.
a certain time, weeks, months, or how long was it in
Yes,
Morocco?
yes. We closed, I think, maybe for 1 year, because there was not, even when the city is open, the borders was closed, so
Oh,
we don't have clients. Mm.
wow, for a
So it
whole
was
year.
very hard.
And
Yes,
and
for
you
for
kept the
everyone in
staff.
Marrakesh, not on. We kept the staff. Yes, we kept them. Yes, it's the
So I can
minimum
imagine that.
we can do.
Wow. So I can imagine they're very loyal to you because you stuck with them, so
Yes,
they're gonna stick with you. Yeah.
yes.
That's beautiful. That's how employment should be. I like it. And then COVID ended, and for you, you could go back to business in 2021 or 2022.
It was in 20, I think, 21. I don't remember,
Mm.
21. 21, I think. It was 21.
Yeah.
2 years, 2 years, 2 years and a half.
Yeah. and now everything is back to normal. Or
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time and coming to us to speak about entrepreneurship in Morocco and the role of women, or like the special challenges that women have in Morocco. Well, if there's one thing that I take from this conversation is I definitely want to see your restaurant, and I'm gonna visit you.
Thank you.
For the listeners, where can they find you? What is the website? And tell us about that.
It's on the website of my restaurant. It's rotisseriedelapaix.com.
One word. Yeah.
Rotisseriedelapaix.com. Yes.
I'm not going to pronounce that again.
I know
myself.
It's a little hard.
Yeah. And you are right in the center of Morocco, Marrakesh.
Yes, it's the heart of the new city. It's in the Galies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been there, dear listeners, but it looks beautiful. Check out the website.
Thank
And next time I'm in Marrakesh, I will definitely visit you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye.